Om. 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 For us, our efforts, Guru Kripa, Ishvara Kripa, Shruti Mata, are the supports to evolve in the right direction of spirituality. So, every day we have to be in touch with all these four deliberately, consciously, effortfully, truly, sincerely. When our efforts are serious, sincere, that inexplicable divine grace dawns on us for the clear understanding of goal and purpose of life and evolution. Till that happens, with full faith, we have to keep on pursuing without giving up this path of these efforts of being regular in our Shravana, Swadhyaya, Manana, Chintana, Ityad. If these efforts are given up, then again we will be fully back into the delusory worlds of dualities, taking them alone as real and then getting fully lost or bound in it. We have come onto the path, let us not leave this path, divine sacred path, with full faith in the goal, on the path, on the Lord, on the scriptures, in the gurus. Just let us keep on pursuing. Surely the day will come where their grace will make us within us clearly understand what exactly is to be done and what exactly is to be reached to unambiguously. Let us, waiting for that day, continue what we are given the opportunity to do. Let us chant the mantras with full devotion. Let's chant the Rudram with full bhakti, asking Bhagavan Rudra to bless us with the Atma Darshanam, Atma Anubhuti. Let us study the Shruti Mata Upanishad also with the same sankalpa, with strong, or to say, the desire. ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वरजीवविवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम् ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे नमः समस्त ब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीवेदव्यासवैशम्पायनयाज्ञवल्क्य आद्यशङ्कराद्गुरुभ्यो नमः तेषां सर्वेषां गुरूणां देवतानां श्रुतिमातुः परब्रह्मणः कृपया अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्तब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकसंस्कृतेः पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं तत्कृतसमस्तसाधकानां विघ्नशत्रुनिर्मूलनद्वारा शक्तिसाधना संपदा उत्साहादिप्राप्तिद्वारा धर्म संस्थापनकार्ये दिग्विजय प्राप्त्यर्थं रुद्र प्रश्नस्य पारायणं तैत्तिरीय उपनिषदः श्री आद्य शंकराचार्य भाष्य समेत अध्ययनस्य प्रयत्नं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Let us chant the seventh and eighth anuvakas of Rudram Namaka Prashna. ॐ नमो दुन्दुभ्याय चाहनन्याय च नमो धृष्णवे च प्रमृष्टाय च नमो दूताय च प्रहिताय च नमो निषङ्गिणे चेषु धिमते च नमस्तीक्ष्णेशवे चायुधिने च नमः स्वायुधाय च सुधन्वने च नमः श्रुत्याय च पथ्याय च नमः काट्याय च नीप्याय च नमः सूद्याय च सरस्याय च नमो नाद्याय च वैशन्ताय च नमः कूप्याय च वट्याय च नमो वर्षाय च अवर्षाय च नमो मेघ्याय च विद्युत्याय च नमः ईद्रियाय च तप्याय च नमो वात्याय च रेश्म्याय च नमो वास्तव्याय च वास्तुपाय च. ॐ हर 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 नमः सोमाय च रुद्राय च नमस्ताम्राय चारुणाय च नमः शंगाय च पशुपतये च नमः उग्राय च भीमाय च नमो अग्रे वदाय च दूरे वदाय च नमो अन्त्रे च हनीयसे च नमो वृक्षेभ्यो हरिकेशेभ्यो नमस्ताराय नमः शम्भवे च मयोभवे च नमः शङ्कराय च मयस्कराय च नमः शिवाय च शिवतराय च नमस्तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः आर्याय च वार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आतार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्प्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयारण्यकांतर्गत तैत्तिरीयोपनिषत् ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः. यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचयिनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते. ओम अथ शांति मंत्रः. ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः. नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम तद्वितीया ब्रह्मानंद वल्ली शांति मंत्रः. ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम अथ पंचमोऽनुभागः. ओम विज्ञानं यज्ञं तनुते कर्माणि तनुतेऽपि च विज्ञानं देवाः सर्वे ब्रह्मज्येष्ठमुपासते. विज्ञानं ब्रह्म चेद्वेद तस्मात् चेन्न प्रमाद्यते. शरीरे पाप्मनो हित्वा सर्वान् कामान् समश्नुत इति तस्यैष एव शारीर आत्मा यः पूर्वस्य तस्माद् वा एतस्माद् विज्ञानमयात् अन्योन्तर आत्मानन्दमयः तेनैष पूर्णः स वा एष पुरुषविद एव तस्य पुरुषविदताम् अन्वयं पुरुषविदः तस्य प्रियमेव शिरः. मोदो दक्षिणः पक्षः प्रमोद उत्तरः पक्षः आनन्द आत्मा ब्रह्मपुच्छं प्रतिष्ठा तदप्येष श्लोको भवति. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Wholeheartedly let us salute the Parabrahma Tattva, Shruti Mata, all our Brahma Vidya Acharya, Rishmani Guru, our own Upasya Devatas, our own Taittiriya Upanishad Acharyas of Bhashyam, Agnivalkya, Vedavyasa and Bhashyakara Bhagavan Adi Shankara. Let us salute by remembering all our Gurus, all our Acharyas in our past lives, this life and even future. Any of the things in life, if you have to get benefit out of it, you have to have full practice of it, full knowledge of it. Whether it is driving, whether it is cooking, any of the things. Knowledge, practice, mastery. Then it starts rewarding us, helping us. Any abilities, any talents, etc. In the same way is the Adhyatmika Jivanam. In the Adhyatmika Jivanam also, whether it is Karma Yoga, we have to have the theory pakka clearly understood. Then through the Abhyasa, we have to master it. Then only the benefit of Karma Yoga, called as clearing prarabdhas, called as clearing the runas, called as the internal antakarna shuddhi, they can be achieved, and till the way of its achievement, we can involve in that Karma Yoga. So too, when you talk it about the Bhakti Yoga, it is a clarity of understanding of the Ishvara's presence, Navada Bhakti, and practically doing them till it becomes natural, habitual to us. Anywhere, no knowledge, no doing, no benefit. Absolutely crystal clear knowledge of every aspect and doing it till it becomes one with us naturally. Till that time we have to do to get the benefit out of it. The bhakti sadhana. All the things we do in bhakti, not only Navadha bhakti, but they are expressed through our upasana, our puja and all. Keep on doing with the knowledge behind whose puja you are doing, in what steps we have to do, what should be the sankalpa, what should be the prarthana, what is the attitude to be maintained while doing puja. All these when we remember, then only, and do them regularly, then only the mastery will come. Thereafter only the benefits start coming, not before that. So too when we come to the yoga sadhanas of Ashtanga Yoga, Avi Takto we have not reached to Ashtanga Yoga. We are still studying the base to start that Ashtanga sadhana. So even these also takes time for our thorough intellectual understandings. In never ever intellectual understanding helped anyone. Therefore we have to do everything in that yoga that is set, that abhyasa, the vairagyas, and the Ishvara pranidhanas, and aiming at that bringing the chitta to ekagra bhumi, entering to samprajnata samadhi, awakening the viveka khyati, in the light of viveka khyati, able to discriminatingly understanding the difference between the drushya prakriti and the drashta bhusha. Then the invitation and practice of the paravairagya. Understand? These are all things and the important things of Tivra Samvega and all involved. So Yoga Darshan has its own beautiful way of guiding. One has to have the knowledge, which itself takes time. Then the practice of it, definitely, you have to give time for it till we master it. In the same way, when we come to our Vedantic Adhyanam also, every Upanishad guides us to the ultimate truth. But we have to see what is in the heart of the Rishi who explained in it, this Upanishad, or what is in the heart of the Upanishad. And the Bhashyakara's heart we understand, and his sutra, his Bhashyam we understand, through that the main mantras. It takes time. Just suddenly won't happen. It all again depends on how sharpened is our intellect, how subtle is our intellect, how pure is our intellect, how much the intellect of ours is alert and independent of its slavery to mana, prana, mano, dehadi. Depending on all that only, the subtleties are given to intellect. Depending on the subtlety only, the gradation of understanding, then inspiration to practice, consistency in the practice, till it becomes habitual to us. Then the results start coming. Until that all is done, we have to have the patience and patient application of ourselves. There's no way. Everywhere that patient and patience application is required, is it not? When I go for a government work in a government office, for so many reasons, you have to wait there. They ask you to come other day. They say that is lost. They say go to that office, not this one. Come that time. They say bring these certificates. bring them, oh, this letter is wrong, do you change that, get that affidavit. बाप रे घुमाते रहेंगे वो, because nobody is very clear. The systematic sequential process is not there because nobody bothers. Just होगा तो होगा, जैसा होगा वैसा होगा, नहीं तो नहीं होगा टाइम. Now when you go there, then you have to have that infinite patience. You have to accept it. You have to go through. You have to fight with the. If you fight with the system, other than getting headache and frustration, we are not going to. Only we can pray that everybody, a thorough perfectionist only, sits on that chair and does those 8 hours of work sincerely, seriously, so that the files move, the actions happen fast, then the customers or the public are given the reliefs or answers or sanctions, whatever they may be, in the minimum time with minimum difficulties. With these attitudes, when the government people are trained, then those who go there, they get saved. Is it not? Everywhere, even in the hospital, the system of entering and admitting and then getting treatments, bill payments, and medical medicines purchasing, it's all thing. Everywhere we need to have patient application. When you have to construct a house, sometimes the civil engineer will not be there, other time contractor will not be there, other time maestri cannot come. Sometimes suddenly the holidays, the laborers will not be there. Laborers, you have to go on. Here also in Vedantic approach, in the Adhyatmic approach, in the Advaita Jnana approach, in the Upanishad Adhyayana approach also, sometimes mind is cooperating, sometimes intellect is cooperating, sometimes they are not, sometimes ego has its own different projects. So it goes on. So negotiating through all of them like the traffic, we have to be relentlessly pursuing and putting that efforts due with full patience. Till, as we said now, thorough understanding comes, thorough conviction happens, and initiation of sadhana starts, and it is never given up, and we get the habit of doing sadhana. Thereafter only the glimpses come. So the first habit is regularly listening in the class. Second habit is doing the reflection, manana, chintana at home. Third habit is at least for some time sitting for the dhyana, trying to experience what is understood, trying to visualize what is said in the Shastra. So when we become habitual for that, giving the due time, of course, going through our other outer routines, not allowing it to influence our main sadhana of adhyatmikata, then we keep on doing the things without comparing with anybody, with our own self-given inspiration, slowly it will happen. This is how anybody got into the track of spirituality and matured in the understanding, then habituated in the practices, and got the glimpses, finally established in that mukti anubhuti. All of us also are set. So here in Taittiriya Upanishad Adhyayanam, we are into the Brahmananda Valli. There, the Sutra Vakya told, Brahmavidapnodi Varam. Then the Brahma Vastu's Lakshana is told, Upalabdhisthana is told. Then to cater to us slowly as a part of understanding and sadhana, Panchakosha Viveka is given. So it is in our need, it is in our commitment and conviction that till the picture becomes very clear in our understanding and practice, regularly we have to spend time in trying to analyze, understand each of these koshas. So crystal clear it should be, like a very good quality glass, fully cleaned and transparent. When you look through into the garden, how crystal clear the garden appears or seen with flowers, with leaves and whatever beauty. How many places we see that? In that way, our understanding about every of these should become so transparently clear. For that only we have to spend hours together exclusively on chintanam of these each of the kosha. Like in the bank, the earlier the tellers, they used to count the money so fast. टक टक टक, उनको आदत हो जाता है. In the same way, Annamaya, immediately हमको आदत होना चाहिए what it is made up of, what is its relation to me, how far I have to value, what for. The moment Annamaya, like the moment you see a two-wheeler, you know it is for traveling. You know, the moment you know some other item in the kitchen, you know what for it is. Is there any doubt? No. There is a chair you see. You don't look at the chair for sleeping. It is for sitting. Okay, in some places where you have no other place, you try to douse there. But otherwise, it is for. In the same way, Annamaya, immediately I must know it is made above the Annaraso. It is growing in Annaraso. Definitely one day it will go to Annaraso. I can't stop, nobody can stop. Now it is my hutment. I am staying in it to eke out my prarabdha, to do my purushartha. Purushartha can be of increasing the prarabdha of the punya and papa. Purushartha can be of liberating from all these things. If the purushartha is of artha kama dharma, then I am adding to my prarabdha. If my purushartha is for the moksha, then I am getting towards the liberation. Staying in this body. Then become alert, aware about the pranamaya kosha, the energy kosha. Its purpose is giving energy to the entire personality politic for it to function. Where from the prana shakti is coming. Whole things. How much it is wasted, where is it wasted, how to conserve. Jitna jaruri hai wo information or practice. So to the moment we close eyes, immediately what should be the Manomaya Kosha, what is now my Manomaya Kosha, I must get a picture. What should be Manomaya is given by Shruti Mata very clearly. And what is Manomaya Kosha is we know. Either it is into laziness, nidradi, or if it is active, full of its own unwanted, continuous aberrations of thought disturbances. What should be Manomaya? It should have the Yajureva Shiraha, Rugdakshana Pakshaha, Samottara Pakshaha, आदेश आत्मा अथर्वांग रस पुच्छम प्रतिष्ठा वो है ही नहीं हमारे मन में. So I must now pursue those shastras and have the knowledge of the Vedas or the mantras ityadi in my mind thorough. Remember, it's already said million times कि these rishis, munis, what they have conceived about the life expressed through the mantras, and they are to be held in the Manomaya Kosha. Data house में होना चाहिए. Then comes the picture of Vijnanamaya, which gives the meaning of these mantras. Through that, the meaning to the life. What for the life has to be lived. Externally comforts, internally the spiritual unfoldment. For the outer comforts, the Dravya Yajnas mentioned in the Vedas. For the internal realization, the Jnana Yajnas mentioned in the Vedanta Granthas. Is it not? The mantras are there in the mind and the understanding thorough is there in the intellect. In the intellect only, there is a karta who is doing the sankalpa and karma of Ravegna for the safety, security, comforts, Jnana for spiritual liberation. In this aspect, there should never be any ambiguity. Very clear it should be. As much as possible. And we have to, it will become when we are struggling every day to analyze these koshas, Lord's grace, Guru's grace, Shruti Mata's grace will come to help us in easily, clearly comprehending, understanding all these most necessary things. Spend the time. Any art, any talent, when we give the due time, when we master it, then we use it, then we get benefit out of it. So too, it's an art to be Vedantin. We have to master that art. And that requires our patient, alert application. We are on the path. Let us continue. Let us not give up any time. Now we are into the Vijnanamaya over Anandamaya Kosha. We have entered. First topic, one, Sri Adi Shankara explained to us the Anandamaya said here is a kosha, it is not the pure Parabrahma or Paramatma. Therefore, don't take these two to be one. Ananda Vikara is Anandamaya Kosha. Vikara Rahita Shashvata Ekaswarupa Ananda is Brahmananda. Karya Ananda, because of some Karana, is there in a Anandamaya Kosha. Karyatva Rahita, Karanatva Rahita, Sahaja Ananda is Brahma Ananda. Yeah. So this is how he gave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 the reasons to ponder over to differentiate between Anandamaya Kosha and Anandrupa Brahma. And then even we have to transcend the Anandamaya Kosha to reach to Swarupa Ananda or Brahma Ananda. Else, only in this Ananda coming to us at any level of Jagrata Sapna Sushupti, through the temporary means, we get habituated and addicted. That alone we consider as the ultimate. And in fact, all the samsaris are like that, and all of us also will be samsaris, even if we are in the spiritual field, if we are caught up at the Ananda Maya Kosha, conditional, coming, going happiness. Brahmananda is Nitya Nischala Ananda. All these are coming, going Ananda. Caused Anandas, these are all of Ananda Maya. And that topic we started studying yesterday after seeing these 6 reasonings for which this is only a kosha and is not the Brahma Swarupa Atma nahi hai. And where did we started? Hari Ananda iti vidya karmanoho phalam tad vikaraha anandamayaha. Huh? We started studying it. Ananda iti vidya karmano phalam tad vikaraha anandamayaha. Conscious ho jana is सब knowledge का. Ananda Brahma is not discussed now. Kosha is discussed. That is proved in 6 explanations. Therefore, now topic is not Brahma. When it comes, we'll discuss. Our full attention is now only in trying to understand the Ananda Maya Kosha. In that first one, Ananda iti, the Anandamaya Koshas Ananda. Why it is called Anandamaya? It is explained. Not the Ananda Brahma, please. उनको अब छोड़ दिया आपने, बाद में देखना है. Brahma is not is the topic of discussion now. Anandamaya Kosha is the topic of discussion. So it has got Ananda and Maya, like Anna and Maya. What is Anna explained? Maya explained. Prana explained, Maya explained. Then Mano explained, Maya explained. Vijnana explained, Maya explained. Now Ananda and Maya. Ananda means what? Vidya karmano phalam. Ananda is outcome result of Vidya is upasana. Karma is any of the punya karma or any of the karma which we decide to do. It can be anything. Like I want to do today 10 malas of japa. Till I do that, there is always restlessness. But once I do it, what do I feel? That is a karma, that is an ananda. हो गया रे बाबा. Today all my upasanas I have done well. Or today I planned 7, 8 activities of the domestic as well as outside. When I have accomplished all of them, karmana phalam, अच्छा हो गया. Like the housemakers, at every day 11, 12 o'clock. तो all the खाना बना दिया, घर का सारा सफाई हो गया, बर्तन भी हो गए, कपड़े हो गए. Ha. So the karma phalam is that at that moment only felt is an ananda. Today done. So punya karmanam phalam, which will be coming later on. See, these are these phalas which we said of the karma are immediately seen. Like the work is done, you feel happy. Another punya karma phala is the whenever we are reasonlessly happy. That means the earlier punya karma giving us the phala here. So too the upasanas. When the upasanas are done, that upasya devatas anugrahena, our desires are fulfilled, conveniences are given of various types. Then we feel sukhi. A good companion we get, a good friend we get, a good, co-traveler we get, a very helpful activity happens, means in our action, some help comes to us. These are all punya karma phala, or upasana karma phala. Therefore, vidya karmanoho phalam anandam. So, how the ananda comes? By saying so, if you want to be even at the anandamaya level, ananda, keep doing the due dharma karma, punya karma, as well as upasana karma. The Bhashyakara and Shruti Mata is hinting at. In that only inherently this point goes without saying. Therefore, for the sake of Ananda, opposite of Upasana is Nastikata, opposite of Satkarma is Dushkarma. Don't do them. To say, Ananda nahi milega, Dukkha milega. That goes without saying. These minute consequential details, Shruti Mata, even Bhashyakara, will not tell every time. We have to catch it. The straight point is when you do upasana and punya karma, you become happy. Therefore, to become happy, anandamaya level happy, you have to do these two. If these two are not done, happiness will not come. Opposite of these things done, what is said in Shastra, uske opposite wala, all the adharma, krama and all anyayam, uska result may forget about ananda, we get only dukkha. This is how we have to understand ananda iti vidyakarma phalam. Now, tat vikaraha, ananda mayaha. So that ananda, depending on the upasana and karma's gradations, completions, following of the rules, etc., that ananda is not the same. It differs, it changes. That's why it's called a vikara. Therefore, ananda maya. That vikara is called maya. Maya shabda vikaratva, vikaratva. We have already seen in our the second point of why this is Anandamaya Kosha and not Brahma. So, two things we have understood. Ananda Vidyakarmana Phalam Tad Vikaraha Anandamaya. Now, Sahacha Vijnanamayada Antaratamaha. It is inside the Vijnanamaya. For that, these 2-3 logics explanations are given. Just become alert to catch those meanings. Such a Vijnanamayat Antaraha. It is inside Vijnanamaya Koshaha. Why is it so, sir? कि यज्ञादि हेतोः विज्ञानमयात् अस्य अंतरत्व श्रुतेः. For us, the first pramana is Shruti Mata says. Okay? Because Shruti Mata says, we accept. Then little we try to satisfy our intellect whenever it is possible. If not, also we are not worried because Shruti Mata said that is enough authority for us to accept. Therefore, antaratva shrutehe. In the Shruti is said, yajnadhetoho vijnanamayat asya antaratva shrutehe. So, by this sentence, Bhagavan Shankara again repeating what he said at the time of Vijnanamaya, that it's a Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is the Hetu for the Yajna Adi. Okay. So, Vijnanamaya Kosha does the Yajna Adi. Now, we have to ask a question. For whom the Vijnanamaya Kosha Karta is doing Yajna Adi Karma? Yajna, Upasana, all of them. Yajna and karma. Vijnanam yajnam tanute. Means Vijnanamayavan. Means Vijnanamaya koshasta karta. Yajnam tanute and karmani tanute picha. Already we have seen that. So, yajnadi heto vijnanamayasya antaratva shrutehe asya. Antaratva asya means asya anandamayasya. Shrutene kaha. We will give one or two reasons. Try to make you satisfied to accept it. So here how many things are required to be understood? There is one Anandamaya Kosha. It is not Ananda Brahma and it is other than the Vijnanamaya. It is inside the Vijnanamaya and it results because of these reasons. We can go for it for some time, but that being not the ultimate goal, even that also have to aim at transcending. Therefore, a Vedanti of the Brahma Anveshana is never rejoicing anything of this world. He will not rejoice Punya phalas of Swarga, You will not rejoice the respect, reverences in this world of praises or certifications because they all are Anandamaya. He doesn't want Mayawala Anand. He wants permanent Brahma Anand. This आनंद इज विकारवान, ये घटता बढ़ता है, वो वाला न घटेगा न बढ़ेगा, ये वाला कारण से होता है, उसका कोई कारण नहीं है, ये शाश्वत नहीं है, वो शाश्वत है. Understand the difference between the Brahma Ananda and the Maya Ananda, Kosha Ananda, Anandamaya Kosha Ananda. Keep listening 3-4 times, little clarity starts coming. But once it clicks, even the Ananda which every Jiva is seeking, and also so far inadvertently seeking, is only part of the Kosha. Beyond that is Brahmananda. Then even for the small little pleasures, that somebody should love me, listen to me, do what I want, even that nonsense also goes away from mind. Even at that level, doing vidya, that is upasanas, doing punya karma, वो also बेकार हो जाएगा. That's called as sarvadharman parityaj. I don't want any sukha, any of the caused sukha. I want that which is beyond wala, which is inexplicable, which is permanent, which is my essential nature. And the only thing is, it's subtler than the subtlest. Even to understand its presence, even trying to understand what it looks like, itself buddhi grahyam atindriyam. Only very subtle buddhi can conceive the presence of the Brahman, and he being infinite, therefore he being conscious and existence and infinite, therefore he is blissful. ये चीजें जो मूल रूप के होते हैं ना, उसको पकड़ने वाला बुद्धि अत्यंत सूक्ष्म होता है. वो बुद्धि पाने में टाइम लगता है. At that level, he doesn't want any of these anandas. Others do the punya upasana to get the upadi level of ananda. That's all anandamaya. It is little better than the other koshas, but then not the ultimate. Okay. Now, yajnadeto vijnanamayad asya antaratva sutehe. Having said so, now its explanation. We give you some reasonings for you to accept Anandamaya to be inside the Vijnanamaya and Atma of the Vijnanamaya. Therefore, we should also have the Anandamaya as an Atma. This you can relate with the 23rd shloka of 6th chapter of Gita. Tam vidyat dukkha samyoga viyogam yoga samyutam. Sanishchayena yoktavya yogaha anirvinda chaitasa. Dukkha arrival really can't stop. But don't become dukkhi. Be yogi with the dukkha and be in the sukha shanta sthiti. This is real yoga. Refuse to miserable because that's not my nature. That way. But this won't last longer. This type of inspirational words said by some people, refuse to be miserable, be happy by your own choice. All these only once, twice they work. Unless the causes of misery called papa are eliminated, unless the causes of the punya, the happiness called punya are done, that continuous choosing cannot be possible. That type of refuse to be miserable, choose to be happy is like the laughing in the laughing club, where उनको जबरदस्ती हंसाते. The जबरदस्ती हंसना naturally because of some humorous incident or dialogue वो हंसना. This जमीन आसमान का फर्क है कि नहीं? Is it not? The real ananda which comes when you listen to some humorous things. It's different. Very interesting. Like yesterday I was somewhere. Something they told me to bring. When I went and brought it, it was so old, dilapidated. Suddenly the thought came. I said, is it the same thing which Britishers gave you when they left India? When I said, everybody laughed in that sad mood also. Naturally. So, that Ananda and the Jabardasti. Here also, choose to be happy, cease to be miserable. Though that choice is there, effective in not prolongating the misery, yet the truth remains that as long as the cause of dukkha is there, dukkha will keep on coming. As the cause of Sukha is not continuous, Sukha cannot come continuously, even at the Anandamaya level. By the way, so we related the sixth chapter sloka, we explained it, we explained an inspirational thought, and we also saw its limitation. Now, coming from that, coming to this topic, the explanation given by Bhashyakara about the presence of Anandamaya Kosha to be inside Vijnanamaya Kosha, support of Vijnanamaya Kosha, cause of Vijnanamaya Kosha, Atma of the Vijnanamaya Kosha. First thing, what it is, ki Jnana Karmano hi phalam. The Vijnanamaya Antaragata Karta. Why he is thus the jnana and karma, whether it is jnana here means upasana. Karma phalam bhoktar tattva. That there is a bhokta, for that bhokta, the sukha bhoga is required, for that it is done. This is a very, very cute, subtle thought. Be attentive. Means what? The Vijnanamaya Kosha Antargata Karta. He does the Yajnadi. Because Vijnanam Yajnam Tarute Karmani. Does he do it without any purpose? No. He does it for somebody, for something. For somebody is that bhokta. For something is for happiness. Then it means other than this Vijnanamaya Karta, there is somebody else for whom he is doing this Yajnagadi, Upasanadi, Karma Adi in anticipation of a phala. This itself should tell us that other than the Vijnanamaya Karta, because Vijnanamaya Karta is not Bhokta, is only a Karta. You understood that? You know, it is only a Karta, he is not a Bhokta. Therefore, there is another kosha where the Bhokta remains. But there is a close relation between these two. What is the relation? The Vijnanamaya Karta alone, after the karma is done outside externally, when the phala of it comes up, he himself becomes internal and he himself becomes the bhokta. Therefore, extroverted bhokta is the Vijnanamaya Karta and introverted Vijnanamaya Karta is the internal bhokta. Vijnanamaya Karta is Anandamaya Bhokta. So external Anandamaya Bhokta is Vijnanamaya Purusha. Okay, internal Vijnanamaya Karta or the external Vijnanamaya Karta, when he becomes introverted, is internal Bhokta. Therefore, there is another layer of the Bhoktrutva and there is Ananda Bhoga that is inside. Why? Because Vijnanamaya is doing for that fellow. And why that Anandamaya Purusha wants the Bhoga? Because he is copying the self with which he is very proximity. You know, he wants to have the happiness of the Ananda Brahma Atma, like Ananda Brahma Atma. But this Anandamaya Purusha, because he has got the vasanas, tendencies, habits, through Vijnanamaya, by becoming extroverted, using the Manomaya and Prana and Anna, is trying to eke out that Sukha in the Vishayas. If at all this Anandamaya can shift his attention to Ananda Atma, he will be a permanent Anandi. But the Vasanas are there that will push him outside of. Like बैठे बैठे चल रहे बाहर घूमते हैं, क्यों जा रहा है घूमने? आनंद में होने के लिए. Why? He want to be Ananda, but his Vasana is only when I go out, meet somebody or see some place, I'll be Ananda. That Vasana is tempting or pushing him to go out for the Anand. And wherever he goes, remember, Ananda doesn't come from outside. He conditioned himself with Vasana. Therefore, the place wherever he thought of or the object whichever he wanted to consume or the person whomever he meets, in that condition what happens? The extrovert making desire is gone away. That is why the inner Ananda becomes unobstructed and experienced. But this intellectual understanding is not there to anyone to understand that The Ananda is coming from within only through the conditionings which we have imagined out of our own variety of vasanas or samskaras, kuch bhi kaho. That is why commonly Ananda is coming to everyone from within. Uncommonly, each one is seeking that Ananda in different places, objects, or people towards whatever they have vasanas. Like example, you start getting happiness from a person. Is it not? Now, before that person arrived in your life, were you not happy? And if this person leaves you and goes, do you become miserable or what? Permanently? No, you'll be happy. So the earlier you were happy, now you are happy, later you are happy. How can you be continuously happy from the uncontinuous things? The continuous happiness should be there from the continuous thing only. And what is continuous? In these three situations, that this person was not there or object, this object or person is there, now this person or object gone. What is continuous thing? I. Therefore, from me only the Ananda should come. But because of my vasanas, I am forced to seek this Ananda external. And you can see also that object or the person slowly enters and gathers importance in your heart. Then you start seeking that Ananda. The typical example is that of the birth of the grandchild. वो को उसका आने से पहले there's nothing only. But suddenly when he enters within 6 7 months, everybody's Ananda is only in making that fellow smile. He says you are laughable, not smileable. He makes you miserable. But you see that Ananda. वो था नहीं पहले. Not even idea that a fellow will come. 7 8 years back, your daughter didn't get married also. But हो गया शादी 2 4 साल पहले. Then she got a big boy or whatever. And then you see the Ananda out of that fellow. Especially grandparents are attached to grandchildren. अब उनको इतना उनसे आनंद लग जाता है लगाव. That is the vasana nirmana. That one day if they have to go somewhere, no, I can't go without my pota. Have you not understood? Do you understand it? Conditional. It's vasana. Ananda is coming from within only, but the new vasana is made. But the child, when he starts going to school and all, then this Dadaji finds the entertainment somewhere else. Or another child is born, then his attention goes there. Some of the grandchildren born not, they are busy in their own friends because unko usko vasana hai. Somebody busy in their own studying the books. Somebody is only watching TV, somebody is eating. Reflected Ananda because of the vasana. So otherwise, Ananda is from within. Therefore, this Ananda is inside Vijnana. Therefore, Vijnanamaya Karta is doing something for the Anandamaya Bhokta. Therefore, the Anandamaya should be the cause for Vijnanamaya, should be inside the Vijnanamaya, should be the Atma of the Vijnanamaya. This is how intellectually you have to understand. That is what said here. He jnana karamano hi phalam bhoktrartatvat. And his bhokta is antaratamam syat. Bhokta is inside than the jnana. Bhokta is more deeper to me than the karta of the vijnanamaya. And dearer also. Sometimes without jnana, without karma, just like that any bhoga comes, we enjoy it. पुण्य फल बोलते हैं उसको. So that time we are bhokta. Therefore, antartamah cha anandamaya atma purvebhya. Therefore, not only vijnana, obviously, anna prana mano, तीनों प्लस विज्ञान का चारों के अंदर में ये आनंदमय नामक पांचवा कोश है. Again, what we said, Bhashyakara explains here, vidya karmanoho priya adi arthatvat cha. Vidya karmanoho, all the upasanas, all the karmas are done for the different gradations of happiness, priya moda pramoda. See, be attentive. Nobody does anything to become miserable. Everybody does anything to become happy. They may become miserable for various reasons. Yesterday we saw nobody makes house to become miserable. Nobody gets a car to become nobody marries to become miserable. काश तो कभी भी किसी का दुख होता ही नहीं वो. सो विद्या कर्मणो हो कि प्रियाद्यर्थत्वात् प्रिया मोद प्रमोदार the shiraha uttara and dakshina paksha of this anandamaya kosha. So Bhagavan Adi Shankara using those words only. Why anybody does any vidya, any karma, vidyas, upasanas, only for having the priya moda pramoda. Therefore, priya moda pramoda ka layer एक अलग है. For the prapti of that, from another layer called as Vijnanamaya, having the Vijnana of how to get that Priya Pramoda Moda, there is a karma. It can be a karma, it can be upasana. So Vidya Karmanoho Priyadhyartatvat is a logic to say that it is for Priya Moda Pramoda, the Vikara of the Ananda, that the Vijnanamaya Karta doing the upasana and karma. Therefore, that there should be another kosha, Anandamaya, and it should be subtler than the Vijnanamaya, internal to Vijnanamaya. Another Priyadi Prayuktehi Vidya Karmani. Is it not? It is in anticipation of the Priya Adi that one is forced from within to do Vidya Karmani. Of course, the Vidya and Karma are external things. Okay? They create a kind of atmosphere by which the internal Brahma Ananda only expresses more vividly. Finally, Ananda belongs to Brahma, not even to Anandamaya Kosha. But Anandamaya Kosha ka Ananda, though it is from Brahma, but it is conditional. We don't want conditional, perishable. We want permanent. Therefore, we cross this Kosha also. We don't want to get stuck up there. So this sentence, Priyadi Prayuktehi Vidya Karmani. So all people do the Vidyas, Upasanas, Karmani, Prayukta by Priya. What is Priyadi Prayuktata here? A Priya Moda Pramoda का आनंद हुआ कभी किसी टाइम और उसका कोई वजह बना, that's what called as vasana. Then that vasana makes us do this karma or upasana, but prompted by what? Priyadi, not apriyadi. Yeah, that time I did this one, therefore I became dukhi, therefore let me do the same thing. Not even one fellow you find in the world. Everyone you will see, that time I did this, I was sukhi, therefore let me do this. So that time I did, I was sukhi, was experience at that time. It became a vasana. Okay? And that experience was of sukha or priyadi. Therefore, the priyadi only is pushing a person, of course, into different karma depending on vasanas. Our job here is what? Not to say they're good vasana or bad vasana. Our purpose of study is there is a deeper layer of Anandamaya than Vijnanamaya to catch that one. Some people, you know that, do the noble charitable actions. Prayukta by priyadi, because it gives them happiness. And why they did those works? Their vasanas are done. Others also do for the priyadi only the action, but they are ignoble of theft and cheating or all those malpractices. Why did he do? That is his vasana, but he also is did for priya only. That means somebody takes tea, somebody takes coffee, somebody water. कोई भी कुछ भी पी रहे हैं, सब प्रे के लिए पी रहे हैं. क्यों वो अलग अलग पी रहे हैं? Because of difference in vasanas. That's why somebody, I want coffee for happiness. Somebody, I don't want, also for happiness. Somebody give buttermilk, it's very hot summer. So come to the understanding, there is a conditional happiness wala layer of Anandamaya inside Vijnanamaya, Atma Vijnanamaya. That is what. Now, Tasmat Priyadinam. Now the next level. Tasmat Priyadinam, Phala Rupanam. Priya Moda Pramoda are the Phala. It is for the Bhokta who is there in the Anandamaya Kosha. And they are gained by, or they are made to be received by, or made to be available by the Vijnanamaya Kosha Karta. हमेशा याद रखना, कर्ता इज इन विज्ञान में, भोक्ता इज इन आनंद में. So, tasmat priyadinam phalaroopanam. Why that priya moda pramoda, though they are phala of the jnana upasana, are that priya moda ananda क्यों आ रहा है उनको सुख को? क्योंकि आत्म सन्निकर्षात. Very important this is. In the Anandamaya kosha, the Ananda is coming because at that level, the Chitta is very close to the Atma Vastu. And Sukha Dukkha always are the modification of the mind only. We can easily understand it through our Yoga Sutras, Yoga Darshanam, or even Vedanta also. Condition means always what? Condition of the mind only. Antakarana, let us call it. So, in that Anandamaya Kosha, when we are there, at that time, that Vritti Anandamaya Kosha is very much in proximity with the Ananda Rupa Brahma, Atma, compared to Vijnanamaya. Therefore, here is Atma, because of the proximity of with Atma only, the Anandamaya is called Priyadi. In the Vijnanamaya, there is only Kartrutva but not Ananda Adi. Therefore, आनंदमय और आत्म विज्ञानमय और आत्मा के बीच में आनंदमय है. Therefore, आनंदमय should be inside विज्ञानमय. That is the theory. So, तस्मात् प्रियादीनां फलरूपाणां आत्मसन्निकर्षात्, because of closeness of it with Atma. That is why from that Atma Vastu only the Anandamaya उसको cheating करके कि मुझे भी आनंद चाहिए. But then why don't you merge in that Anandamaya? It will not. Why? In that Ananda Brahma there is a vasanas which will push him outside. Therefore, when all the vasanas have gone away, then the Vijnanamaya becomes introverted through Shastra on the seat of meditation. Then this Vijnanamaya's karma will be of discovery of the Atma Vastu. In the discovery of Atma Vastu, the Anandamaya discovers the Ananda Sarupa without any conditional happiness anymore required because there are no vasanas. Ananda, Maya Ananda Brahma will become same. Means I will be no more a bhokta of the Priya Moda Pramoda brought to me as a result of the karma done by my own Vijnanamaya Karta. Then where I will be? I will be one with my own Sarupa, Brahma, Atma, Ananda when the vasanas are purgated. Therefore, vasanas are making me extroverted and giving me reflected happiness. When the vasanas are eliminated, I become introverted. I get the real happiness of the self. Self का ही हमेशा happiness होता है. Not self is a jada. It can never have happiness. It is its existence itself is questionable. How can it give us happiness? So this is wrong Shuddha Vedantic Vicharana. It will be very heavy, boring, purposeless की तरह दिखते हैं शुरुआत में. But for a genuine आध्यात्मिक sadhana, all his ananda will be in discussing these only. Because he's getting clarity regarding what exact is happening inside, what is to be done inside. बाकी सब बाहर भटक रहे हैं बस. Their happiness only is in Vishayas. So the Vishayananda, Nidrananda, they are there. We are trying for the Atmananda, Brahmananda. Tasmat Priyadinam Phalarupanam Atma Sannikarshat. Again I am repeating. Why the Priya Moda Pramoda Ananda comes? Because at that time the Chitta is very close to Atma Swarupa. And Atma Swarupa is Ananda. But that state of proximity to the self in the Chitta comes because of the Punya or Upasana karma done by the Vijnanamaya Kosha. So, Vijnanamaya se Abhyantaratva Upapadyate. Upapadyate means it is accepted. It is to be caught. So, the Vijnanamaya is there, Ananda Atma is there. Near to Ananda Atma is Anandamaya. Therefore, it should be inside the Vijnanamaya, Abhyantara of the Vijnanamaya only. Inside the Vijnanamaya. As the self of Vijnanamaya must be Anandamaya. Okay. Now the last explanation is given is Priyadi Vasana Nirvruttaha hi Anandamaya Vijnanamaya Ashtite Swapne Upalabhyate. Is it not? See, Priyadi Vasana Nirvruttaha hi Anandamaya. Vijnanamaya Ashrite Swapne Upalabhyate. Here, in the Swapna Kala, the Swapna is projected by the Mana, Vijnanamaya. But for what purpose? The Ananda Anubhuti only. Inside the Vijnana. Sometimes bad dreams come because of the bad vasanas, etc. So what he means here is Priyadi Vasana Nirvritta hi Anandamaya. Let us not talk about the Dukkha Swapna. Ananda Swapna let us talk about. है ना, कभी कभी अच्छा वाला भी ड्रीम आता होगा. Is it not? So when the dream of happiness came, dream is projected by the Mana and Vijnanamaya. Okay, together. Vijnanamaya worked in the waking plane, then that type of impressions are created, then the dream is projected. If at all, if the dream is Sukha Swarupa dream, where from that Sukha in the dream came, is from inside only. Anandamaya Kosha. बाहर से तो नहीं है. ड्रीम में यू आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द आउटर वर्ल्ड. ड्रीम में हैप्पीनेस बाहर से तो नहीं आया. ड्रीम तो बना है मन विज्ञानमय से. तो कहाँ से आया होगा आनंद? फ्रॉम इनसाइड. देखो आनंदमय कोश इज इनसाइड द विज्ञानमय. फॉर गिविंग दैट एक्सप्लेनेशन दिस एग्जाम्पल इज गिवन. स्वप्न का एग्जाम्पल. So in the Swapna, when I was happy, that happiness was inside, not outside. Inside even Vijnanamaya, which is the creator of the Swapna Jagat, along with Mana. तो मन विज्ञान से बना हुआ स्वप्न में जो आनंद आता है वो बाहर से नहीं, वो अंदर से ही. और वो कंडीशनल आनंद इज ऑलवेज आनंदमय ओनली. पर आनंदमय इज इनसाइड विज्ञानमय. अप टू दिस we have seen the three things. One, there is an existence of Anandamaya Kosha. Second, it is not the Brahma Ananda. Third is, it is inside the Vijnanamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha is not Atma, not Brahma. It is a Kosha itself. It is there, it is a Kosha, and it is inside Vijnanamaya. These three are understood. Now, further explanation about what it contains, where it comes from. What can be our sadhana? Those things are taken up for study. Tasya Anandamayasya Atmanaha. Of that Anandamaya, now which is our Atma? Because it is inside Vijnanamaya. So Vijnanamaya अभी तक आत्मा था, अब आनंदमय ही आत्मा हो गया. तस्य आनंदमयस्य आत्मना. That our Anandamaya Atma. But it is Ishtaputra Adi Darshanajam Priyam Shiraha Iva Shiraha. Asya Priyameva Shiraha is the word now explained. What is Anandamaya? How the Anandamaya? How it is other than Brahma? How it is inside Vijnanamaya? These topics are done. And how the Anandamaya comes? पहले बता चुके हैं. आनंदः विद्या कर्मणोः फलम्. Therefore, here, while we are talking about the Anandamaya Koshas, Shira, Dakshina Paksha, Uttara Paksha, we have to keep in mind that these variety of modifications of Ananda are coming. Although from the basic Ananda, but caused by the earlier said Vijnana and Karma, or Vidya and Karma, or Upasana and Karma. For example, what he says here, first understanding is what? For this Anandamaya Atma, Ishtaputra Adi Darshanajam Priyam Shiraha Iva Shiraha. So, like every of the koshas have the 5 limbs, Anandamaya also has got 5 limbs. The first limb is said to be Shiraha, and Shira of the Anandamaya kosha is Priya. So, Prasya Priyam Eva Shiraha. Okay. And what is the Priya Anubhuti is explained here. That is Ishtaputra Adi Darshanajam. And Ishtaputra Adi. Ishtaputra, Ishtamitra, Ishtabandhu, Ishtavastu, Ishtasthala. कुछ भी उनका दर्शन होने से जो अंदर आनंद का अनुभव होता है, that is a modification of Ananda. For the sake of differentiating it from the other two, it is named as Priyam. So Darshanajam Anandam is Priyam. But don't forget that Ishtaputra How did he come in life, Ishtamitra? Because of Vidya and Karmano. That we might have done some Sankalpa and Yajna. I must get the children who love me, take care of me, or I must have such a friend that who really, है कि नहीं, कॉन्शियसली किया होगा या कॉम्बिनेशन में हुआ होगा, बट सम विद्या कर्म इफ इट इज नॉट डन विल नेवर गेट दिस कोऑपरेटिव हैप्पीनेस प्रियम गिविंग रिलेटिव्स. पुत्र से आनंद चाहिए क्योंकि किसी को देखकर कॉपी किया होगा, so that father is very happy child, ऐसा वाला मुझे भी चाहिए, then he must have done संकल्प और उपासना, then भगवान sent a child, इष्टपुत्र, he has seen him, darshanajam, that happiness comes. It is called priya, it is shiraha. Why is it so? प्राधान्य, प्राधान्य means what? अरे बाद वाले हैप्पीनेस बाद में, पहले तो आपको इष्ट पुत्र का इष्ट वस्तु का दर्शन होना है, ये शुरुआत है, इसका that's why it's called pradhanya. Why? Because before that, before the ishta vastu's arrival, we were not even in priyata. Priya is a lower grade of ananda. Ananda is anandamaya kosha's ananda, not brahmananda. So priyata is on a level of ananda. Modata is little higher. Pramodata is third one. All of them are coming out of the anandamaya kosha only. But the pramoda will come only after moda. Moda will come after priya. Therefore, priya is the first one. That's why it's called as pradhanya. Shiraiva shiraha. We gave the example yesterday of the airport or the khana on the table in the hotel. We gave both the examples. The priya is what? That your children are coming from the US. That gives you priya because you love them so much, missing them from such a long time. So too, the moment you see the menu card, that thing which you love it is available in the menu card. कभी कभी मेनू कार्ड में होता है, उसको पूछो यार हो गया या आज नहीं बना, he will tell. But if you ask him कि ये है क्या item, he says, hey, immediately what you feel, that is called priya. It's an ananda. You can't deny it. We all have gone through that. है ना, इष्ट वस्तु व्यक्तियों का स्मरण मात्र से भी, कभी कभी दर्शन मात्र से भी हमको वो वाला आनंद मिला है, बहुत बार मिला है. Therefore, Bhagavan Shankara gives Ishtaputradi Darshana Jam. Darshana Jam. Jam is born. Like Niraja, Jalaja, Himaja, Mahija, Saroja. So here, Ishtaputradi Darshana Jam. Jam means born. Janm kliya. So Ishtaputra, Ishtavastu ka darshana se jo aapko priyam. You can see, na, the eyes get glittered sometimes when they go to the ornament shop or clothes shop. Their colored combination, the thing, when they see it, Ishta Putra Adi Darshana Jam Priyam. Okay, Priyam. Shiraha eva Shiraha, that's called Shira, वही प्राधान्य, because बाकी वाले वहीं से start होते हैं. Second level of Moda and Pramoda. Now what is Moda? Moda iti Priya Labha Nimittaha Harsha. So Darshana Nimitta Sukha is the Priyam. But the Labha Nimitta is called as Harsha. As I said yesterday, when you have really seen the flight landed, then they are taking the luggage and in the trolley, they are coming near to you. Here also in the hotel example, you ordered that hot thing, he brought it and kept there. So darshan tha pehle, ab labh bhi ho gaya. Earlier information was there, children coming. They have landed, you are seeing them. They told you, this dressed I am coming, you can look at me in that thing. वो इमिग्रेशन ये वो करने टाइम लगता है, दिखते भी है वो, है कि नहीं. और कुछ छोटे बच्चे को परमिशन होता है, वो आकर दादी को या नानी को ना हाथ दिखाते हुए हमारे पास वी आर टेकिंग द लगेज. Do you see? That is called as modam. That's called harsha. Labha nimitta is harsha. Labha nimitta harsha is moda. Darshan nimitta sukha is called priyam. Two things are told. Ishtaputradi darshanam priyam, shiraiva shiraha, radhanyat, modaha iti, priya labha nimittaha harshaha. That is called as dakshina pakshaha. It is in the main mantra. Bhagavan knows that we are already masters. four koshas हमने पढ़ के रख दिया, he knows. Therefore, he doesn't explain, you have to accept. Tasya premeva shiraha modo dakshina pakshaha. Moda is priya labhadi nimittam. Labha nimitta harsha. Then saha eva cha prakrushtaha harshaha. That harsha, when it goes to the tara or acme level, atishaya sthiti, niratishaya sthiti, which we'll see in our yoga darshan now. When the extreme level it goes, it's called a pramoda. So in that, when your child comes, or your children came, so you hug them or you kiss them, as your custom goes, you shook hand with them, touch just with the hand, that's it. Different relation, where are they? That is called harsha, you met. So too, the thing from the plate enters into the mouth and even goes into the plate and fills it. That is called as pramoda, harsha. Atareka. It's called as prakrushta harsha pramoda. That is called as dakshina paksha. Tasya priyameva shiraha modo dakshina paksha pramoda uttara paksha. Now this priyamoda pramoda are the vikara of the basic thing called as ananda. So that basic ananda is the atma of the anandamaya kosha. Therefore he says ananda iti sukha samanyam. And that is atma priyadinam sukha avayavanam. So the priya moda pramoda are the avayavas to the common body called as ananda, and which is the atma for the anandamaya kosha. Like every kosha has got the atma. Is it not the central portion? Atma. So here what is the Atma for the Anandamaya Kosha is Ananda itself. Common Ananda it is. The common Ananda only becomes Priya when it is Darshanajam, Moda when it is Labhanimittaha, then Pramodaha when it is Prakrushtaha Harsha. So Ananda is Sukha Samanyam, Atma Priyadinam, Sukha Avayavanam. Why? तेषु अनुस्यूतत्वात्, अरे यार वो प्रिय हो या मोद हो या प्रमोद हो, इन तीनों में कॉमन प्रिय मट क्या है? आनंद ही है. That's why it is called as Atma Anustyutatvat. Some Anandi है different. Therefore, these Anandamaya Koshas, Anandarupi, Atmas, Vikaras are these three, Priyamoda, Pramoda, which are the limbs for the Anandamaya Atma. They are Shira, Uttara Paksha, Dakshina Paksha. In the Anandamaya Purusha, Anandamaya Pakshi. Okay. Now this Ananda, which is Samanya Ananda, which is permeating in Priyamoda Pramoda Sthiti, which are because of the Darshana and Prapti and Anubhuti, all that is having, from where that is all Ananda. And this Ananda kaun hai? The common Ananda being. Here the Ananda has to be known. That Ananda is Brahma only. And to the Anandamaya Kosha, the Pucham also is Brahma only. These things will be taken up for little detailed study. We need to just pause and go through it. See, Ananda iti param brahma tadhi shubha karmana pratyupastapya mane putra mitradi vishaya visheshopadau antakarna vritti visheshe tamasa aprachadya mane prasanne abhibhejyate tadu vishesukam iti prasiddham loke. These are all such a gems of knowledge. If with alertness of intellect, if we can listen and understand, बहुत सारे पोल खुल जाते हैं माइंड में, कन्फ्यूजन्स नहीं रहते. Very good. Tomorrow's topic will be little subtler, but very, very informative. Very, very important one also. Tomorrow we will go through this Ananda iti Param Brahma ityadi shlokas. Today we will stop seeing the time. Om 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 Om. Remember, Ananda belongs to Atma or Brahma only. It becomes conditional, it becomes Anandamaya. It is inside Vijnanamaya. Our goal should not be even Anandamaya. Our should be Ananda Brahma only. That will come. Slowly the topic is being developed, will be taught even that also. An idea to aayi gaya humko, if you have become thorough in our contemplation so far, each of the koshas, in our understanding only, we might have objectified them. They are known to me, now my koshas. आंख बंद करते ही all the five koshas we should become aware of us, the individual, and other individual, the whole universe. Details we may not know, but an idea will come. Like that person, he has said something, an intelligent thought. That means it is his Vijnanamaya Kosha expression. He is laughing at, giggling, means what? He is in the Anandamaya Kosha. He is as miserable as me, means what? He is in Mano. He is a glutton like fellow eating, means he is in Pranamaya Kosha. Sleeping like me, buffalo, he is in Annamaya Kosha. Therefore, कोशों के द्वारा जिसको जीवन जीना हो रहा है is जीवा. And the one who becomes kosha atita discovers his oneness with Parabrahma. So that Parabrahma Ananda is Pancha Kosha Atita Ananda. It's not dependent on Pancha Koshas. It is not even Vidya Karmanoho Phalam. But Vidya Karma, when is done for Antakarna Shuddhi, in the Shuddha Antakarana, the recognition of I am the Ananda Brahma becomes easier. All those few important details we'll discuss. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasa Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Guru Bhyo Nama Paramashibhyo Nama Parabrahmane Nama Shrutimatre Nudatsat Brahma Pranamastu. शुरुआत तो हुआ हमारे समझदारी के लिए. You might have not got everything, but at least there are five koshas. There is Parama Atma beyond them. Through koshas, the one who goes through various experiences is Jiva, depending on Prarabdha, because of his Punya or Papa Karma. That clarity to aa gaya. In this way, analyzing each of the kosha and rejecting as Anatmanatma, then we reach to the real self which cannot be rejected because it is my own self. This much of clean intellectual apprehension happening means we are on the track. Now, rigorously, when we contemplate and enter into meditational sessions, deep meditations, then we can transcend koshas and experience. The option is always left for us. Always give.